Hello, and welcome back to an extremely spooky edition of Tavern Watch Plays. I debated doing a voice for that, but I'm not going to. I am your GM today, Phil Ulrich, and I will be guiding our little crew of brave adventurers through a very old game in a very new game. We'll be running the original version of Castle Ravenloft from the 80s using Shadowdark, a lightweight system from a year or two ago, very award-winning, that blends old school sensibilities with modern mechanics to make it fast and easy to run. Let's find out who we're playing with today. We'll start with Liz.
Hello, I am Elizabeth Harper, and I am playing Serl Sparrow, a Halfling Wizard who it is her destiny to enter this castle and emerge victorious.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Also she has 13 hit points, so I assume she's going to be the first one down.
Probably. That's why you want to hide behind the other people. Like, let's see, who looks tough here? Let's go with Chris.
Hey, I am Chris Chesno. I am playing Ferran, the elf priest. Ironically, elf priest who's actually a barbarian somehow. I am going to bring up, before we start, that not only have I never played Castle Ravenloft, I've never played a priest.
Well, here you go. This might be right in your wheelhouse, given that we've seen you play a paladin a lot in World of Warcraft. Priests and Shadowdark kind of go on that line between like cleric and paladin, so you might be right at home. But we've got one other person, our little merry band today. Nick, say hi.
Hi, I'm Nick Marino, and I am playing Ninir, an elf thief who is also a jeweler. So, of course, the one thing that I'd love to do is go into fancy schmancy places and see what they got going on inside. Also, interestingly enough, as an elf, apparently I worship a deity named Ramlot, which is an orc-based god.
Yeah, you're just a barrel of contradictions here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so, as mentioned, this is kind of an abbreviated version of Castle Ravenloft. D&D 5e players will probably be familiar with Ravenloft from Curse of Strahd, most notably, but Ravenloft has been with the D&D franchise since the 80s, when the Hickmans first wrote the module I6 Ravenloft. That one encompasses the whole thing where you are summoned to the extremely spooky and dreary country of Barovia to investigate the various affairs around the Burgomaster's daughter, Ireena, fiance, Ireena. And it gradually comes to light that this country appears to be ruled from the Castle Ravenloft by a vampire lord, Strahd von Zarovich. Since we like to get to the spooky part here, we are skipping straight to the action, and we will be our heroes have taken a carriage through a rainy, stormy night up the treacherous path to Castle Ravenloft, clutching in their hands an invitation to dinner delivered mysteriously overnight by the Count himself. It is nighttime, it is dark, and you will be standing in the entryway of Castle Ravenloft as we start. Now, I do want to mention, as I stated at the top, we are playing this in Shadowdark. Shadowdark is a system which, as I said, the actual play is very familiar if you've played D&D 5th edition at any time in the last decade. D20 plus a number to do skill checks. You've got the same 6 stats. You have a lot fewer things down on your character sheet, which hopefully might lead you to a little less indecision, staring at your character sheet, and more time going, what would my character do in this situation? But also it means that you've got nice low hit point numbers. So this may be one of the few Tavern Watch plays where we have a character die. Luckily, we have backups. A couple other things about Shadowdark that make it unique. One, light is very important. None of the ancestries in this game can see in the dark. Luckily, we have a few people with torches and or light spells, so that should be okay, but it also runs on a real-life timer. So when an hour has passed for us in the real world, an hour will have passed and your light spell will go out. So keep track of your torches and lights, players. And the other one is that the entire game is played in initiative order, not just combat, to keep things moving. So, we're going to kick things off right off the bat with a dice roll. I'd like everyone to roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier to it, and we will see who goes first.
Hey.
Well, it's certainly not me.
I rolled a 3.
Are you sure it's not you?
Oh God, am I going to be the first person? Oh God. Oh God.
You might be.
Because I rolled a 3, but I have a -1 dex, so I actually rolled a 2.
Okay, so we got a 3 and a 2. Nick, what do you got?
11 plus 3. So I have 14.
14. Okay. Let me just make sure it's not going to start with me. There's no monsters around, so this shouldn't. Yeah, I'm not. I rolled a 4, so we got 2, 3, 4, and 14. So play will go in the order Nick, and then me, if there's anything for me to do, and then Chris, and then Liz. So, as I said, you are standing in the entryway of Castle Ravenloft. Behind you, the ornate, massive doors hang open. What's up, Liz?
Am I not before Chris because he has a negative dexterity?
You could, but to keep it simple, we just kind of see who wins, and then we go like in. If we were sitting at a table, it would be like clockwise order. But in this case, I'm just going in Discord. So if you want to go, if you want to go before Chris, find a way to make your name alphabetically go before Chris in Discord.
Oh.
So you're standing in. Yep. You're standing in this little entryway 20 feet into the castle. Here, this is one of the few areas that is lit. There are torches in here casting flickering light into the entryway. There is a second set of doors to the east, which have been closed, but suddenly they are blown open, and you can hear in the distance a stab of organ music, as if someone were madly playing it somewhere nearby. You can see into a entry hallway where there are 4 statues of dragons glaring down at you. Let's start with Nick. What do you do?
I just want to, before I take a step forward, I just want to see if I can hear beyond the organ if there's like anyone coming to greet us or anyone nearby, or if we're just truly alone in this opening area right now.
Okay. I would say go ahead and give me a wisdom check. Just roll d20, add your wisdom modifier, and tell me what you get.
That's a 17 total.
Okay. You would probably hear it if anyone was coming, but as far as you can tell, maybe just like peeking your head into the entry hallway, kind of glancing north and south, you don't really see anything. You see a lot of statuary. There's the 4 red dragon statues directly in the entry foyer that I told you about, and then to the south, or not to the south, excuse me, to the north. I am very good with directions. You have the like actually kind of all around the upper levels of the room. Like this is a very tall room. It kind of fades into shadows up at the top. You can see perched along the upper walls though, statues of gargoyles all along this entry foyer and the area to the south. There is a large set of stairs that go up to the north. You can tell that the organ music seems to be coming from the south.
Okay. To round out, I'd like to just walk further into the open foyer, so I'm like smack in the middle of either going up the stairs or down the hallway.
Okay, go right ahead then.
Ding.
Ding ding, you did it. I don't have anything that I wish to do right now, so Chris, you're up.
I think I'm gonna move in right next to where Nanir did. And then I'm going to take a moment to look around and actually probably just draw my sword so that I'm ready.
What are you expecting? Some kind of threat? You've been invited to dinner with the Count. Are you expecting something to happen?
Always.
Fair enough. Okay. Liz, what's up?
I'm going to follow everyone in. I would like to cast Detect Magic and see if there's anything terrible and magical in here that I should be concerned about.
Ooh, okay. All right. So one nice thing about wizards in this, rather than the old school design of you have one spell and you're done for the day, is you need to make a spellcasting roll. That is a d20 plus your intelligence modifier. And then you need to make the DC is 10 plus the spell's tier, which I think is 1 for Detect Magic.
Yeah, I got a 10, so It's a DC 11. I am rolling hot.
Yep.
I'm
Uh,
going great.
Unfortunately, the spell fizzles. It does not go. Does not go awry. We don't get to roll on the fun wizard mishap table. But you cannot cast detect magic now until you take a long rest. So.
Oh, great! That was fun.
Very good wizarding. All right.
Dark magic in here is so powerful it has suppressed my ability to detect it.
As the wizard walks in the room and starts lying to the elves.
No, I think she genuinely believes this.
Yeah. Now that you are all in here, the rest of you can hear that. Yeah, the organ music is very clearly coming from the south. Nick, you're up next.
I'm gonna just give Farron a quick side eye and just ask him if he sees anything, because I'm looking around this foyer and we're by ourselves. What's going on?
I see nothing, but you would think if we were invited to a place like this, someone would have greeted us at the door.
Yeah, fair enough. This Count appears not to have very countly manners. I guess, are you all opposed to going towards the sound of music? Maybe we've got some dinner. Maybe it's our dinner entertainment.
Perhaps
Can't
when we
fight
get
it.
there, you can hold him accountable.
God.
Okay, the spookiest thing about the spooky game is that pun. Oh man.
Count on it.
Oh, here we go. All right. So Nick, are you moving further south? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, I'll be moving towards the sound of music.
Sure.
While I'm walking, can I notice, or I want to observe closely the statues I'm going to walk by, see if there's anything interesting about them, about their make.
Sure. So you're walking. So the hallway you're walking south through kind of looks like the spot for. It would be the guest hall. There are places for you to, like if you had a cloak or a nice coat, there'd be a place to hang it. This area right now is still torch lit. To the further to the east, you can see that there is another hallway that kind of runs into a set of stairs, and then it's rather dark down that way. The area you're walking, the statues are, as I said, so the ones in the foyer, there are gargoyles posted high up. There are red dragons. Kind of 4 of them around you, also like flames in their mouths to kind of illuminate the entryway. Very fancy. And at the south end of the guest hallway, there is a crossing the double doors that, judging by the sound, lead to wherever this organ is being played. There is a set of oiled and glistening plate armor standing on a little like a little dais, a little display area. I don't know what you want, like in a shallow alcove. Shadows falling across it.
Where you said that there are cloaks, is there anything hanging there now? Or what there would be?
Nope. You are the only guests tonight at Castle Ravenloft.
Okay. And then I guess I don't really know how dark it looks closer to the doors. So
right now everything is lit. We'll see if it stays that way.
okay. I'll walk cautiously towards the door
Okay.
and get ready to knock.
Okay. All right. Next up is me. The organ music changes tunes, taking on a more somber but still grand note. Think like an old sad ballad from the old country. Chris, you're up next.
Well, I think Farin is going to follow pretty much behind Anir at this point, just making sure that the group doesn't get too far apart, in case things go straight to crap.
Okay. No crap happening so far. This is a peaceful dinner invitation. Liz.
I will follow along. I don't really think I want to do anything in particular. Just keeping my eyes open for anything suspicious, but everything is suspicious.
We're all going to see who wants to touch the room. Who wants to touch the door first?
I cast detect magic.
You fail.
Oh. Yeah,
Nope, not anymore. You don't. Luckily, you have like 4 other spells because you're 5th level. You're fine.
Yeah. They're very useful.
An aside to people listening, the characters that everyone is using have been randomly generated using an official tool for Shadowdark, shadowdarklings.net. I confess I did a little work to make some of these characters more useful than they were, but at the end of the day, they're random. Nick, your turn.
Yeah, this is why Ninir worshipping an orc god is so funny. All right. I'm gonna look at both my companions before I firmly, but not threateningly, try to knock on the door.
All right. You reach to knock on the double doors, and they swing open, revealing a grand dining room. It is a magnificently decorated square room lit by 3 gigantic crystal chandeliers. The walls are kind of a dull white marble with gigantic pillars supporting them. In the center, a long, heavy table is covered with a fine white cloth and pretty much any kind of food you could want. Roasted animals and savory sauces, roots and herbs, fruits, vegetables, stews. You name it, the Count appears to have set it out for dinner. At each place, there's a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid, and at the center of the far west wall, between floor to ceiling length mirrors, stands a massive pipe organ. Now that you've opened the door and you're not limited by by distance from it, it is let's say extremely loud. And there is a man standing there playing the organ. Well, not really standing per se. Sitting, playing the pipe organ, facing away from you all, giving it his full attention, really going to town on the pipe organ. And when the door swings open, this caped figure turns around and slowly turns to face you, and welcomes you to his castle and invites you, please, come sit down, join me for dinner.
Still my turn, or your turn?
Since all you did was open the door, go ahead and take do your thing.
Okay. I'll just walk in and bow politely and say, "We've been summoned by the Count of the Castle for dinner. May I presume you're him?" Alrighty.
He bows and he says, "That is me, Strahd von Zarovich, at your service. It is a pleasure to finally meet the fine people I've heard have been, let's say, investigating some troubling rumors here in Barovia. Please come in, sit down, make yourselves comfortable. Let's chat." Next up is Chris.
Yeah. So Farin kind of comes through the door, and he gives like a nod to Strahd, like the professional,
like the polite.
I recognize you. Yeah. And while he moves over and begins to pull back a seat, he does not sheath the sword. He leans it up against the table as he sits down.
Strahd smiles as he sees you carrying a weapon. He says, "You can never be too careful at night in this country. Dangerous things roam our countryside."
It seems that is like it in many places.
Liz, your turn.
Wow, this isn't ominous at all. My little wizard is starting to question her life choices. No, she's destined to do this. She is destined to emerge victorious. Yes, I will. Where's the appropriate distance to sit from a scary vampire?
Let's look it all over.
I'm sorry.
Just watching the token for Serl Sparrow bounce all over the room. How close should I sit to the scary vampire?
Okay, I'll go, a little more than halfway down the table.
That seems fine.
Close, but not... Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. And I will give him a short bow. We do appreciate the invitation. It would be excellent if we could perhaps settle some of these troubling rumors.
I will say he grins and the light kind of glints off of his teeth, and he says, "That's exactly what I'm hoping to accomplish." Nick, your turn.
What's the silverware made out of?
The silverware is made out of actual silver. Are you gonna try to steal Strahd's cutlery?
No. How many of the? I'm assuming it's a serve your own self situation.
The table is set for 5, but it is a very like it's kind of it's like a giant family dinner basically.
Got it. I'm gonna move closer to the other side of Serl and sit down and reaffirm to the Count. We are so humbled by your invitation. Please tell us what's been on your mind about the goings on in Barovia.
All right, so the count will. Is anybody eating, by the way, or drinking? I should ask.
I've only sat down so far.
Okay, I mean, if you want to eat, eating is a free action.
Eating is a free action.
Okay, so Strahd kind of descends from the seat where he's been playing the pipe organ, and he takes his seat at the head of the table and picks up a glass of wine and kind of swirls it around. And he says, "So I've heard that the three of you have been asking a lot of troubling questions about the fate of the Burgomaster's fiancée, Ireena. Interesting girl. However, I would venture that as outsiders here, the matters of Barovian citizens are not really of concern to yourselves. So here is what I propose to you." And he kind of leans forward and he says, "One of you has an artifact on you, something I have been searching for years. And if you leave it in my possession, I will allow you to leave Barovia and my castle with your lives. If you do not, then we'll have to settle things another way." And he takes a sip of his wine and then sets it down on the table and then waits to see what you will make of his offer. Chris.
Oh, my dear Count, it, let me lower the octave of my voice here. My dear Count, perhaps I am misunderstanding, but it sounds to me like you're threatening us.
He kind of has a threat. A promise, rather.
I see. Well then. And Ferran just leans forward and picks up a piece of I guess deer sitting on the tray in front of him and kind of drops it onto his plate and pokes at it with a finger. I'm not sure I like the thought of that.
He said, "Well, just feel free to eat. Don't waste it. At least I wouldn't want you to die with empty stomachs." Liz, your turn.
No, I don't want it to be my turn. See, if we were playing D&D, I'm the tiny wizard. I would sit behind everyone and wait for other people to do things. No.
Nope, they're gonna do stuff, I know.
I do not care for your tone, Count. I don't think I want to take any hostile action. That sounds... we're all being polite here.
Throw a silver knife. Throw a silver knife.
I have a +0 dex, so I wouldn't be terrible at it.
That's true. And there are a number of sharp silver knives on the table, made of real silver.
Interesting. But for now, I will continue playing polite, and I will pick up some things on my plate and keep a careful grasp on my silverware.
He'll just kind of nod at you, and he says, "Well, I also don't appreciate people insinuating things about me that aren't necessarily true. Believe me, there are plenty of things about me that are perfectly true." Nick, your turn.
Well, I'm gonna take a look around at some of the food and just quip. I noticed there aren't any steaks being served, but my dear Count, I have to ask: what is the fiancé to you for you to immediately threaten violence on your guests? I didn't realize this was a custom in Barovia. Sort of half snarky, but half trying to make light of the situation. non-threateningly, like, maybe we can resolve this without violence.
He kind of shakes his head. He said, She is the reincarnation of my beloved, and although the Burgomaster has not realized it yet, she is still betrothed to me. Death is no obstacle here in Barovia. And he stands up and he says, I see that you all are interested in talking, but not necessarily interested in coming to a resolution. So here's what I will say. You have the next 2 hours to explore my castle on your own. Make yourselves at home. See the wonders of Castle Ravenloft, and after that, I will find you, and we will settle matters our way. And with that, there is a great wind that suddenly whistles through the room, and the room goes completely dark. The chandeliers go out. The Count himself completely vanishes. The food still smells. It's real food. It's not illusionary. So it's still there. You also hear in the distance the sound of a number of very heavy doors slamming shut, and the portcullis and drawbridge that you passed through to get here to begin with, clanging shut and pulling themselves up, respectively. The Count himself, nowhere to be seen. It is now dark. What would you like to do next, Chris?
So the moment that it goes dark, Farin reaches over and grabs the hilt of his sword. With his free hand, he touches his holy symbol, and he casts light on his blade.
Okay, go ahead and give me a spellcasting roll. It's D20 plus wisdom, since you are a priest, and you are looking for, I believe light is also a tier 1, so you're looking for an 11 or higher.
Yeah, it looks like with my level and being an elf, it's D20 plus 5.
Alrighty.
For me. So I need to beat a 11, and I rolled a 14, so 19.
Perfect. Yep. You cast a light spell with no difficulty. Your sword is now glowing for the next hour.
So I hold it up so that we can see each other, and I'm starting a timer on my phone.
Alrighty, sounds good. Liz.
I will stand carefully, and I'm going to do the same thing as Farron and cast a light spell on my staff, which I am now clutching.
Okay, go ahead and make a spellcasting roll.
That's 14 on the dice, so I should be good on that one.
Yep, better at light than detect magic, so that'll go on your staff. We'll just have Chris's timer apply for both of those. They'll run out at the same time. So.
Nice.
And
I switched dice, just in case.
You switch to the good one, yeah. Okay, Nick.
I'm going to look at both Farron and Serl and just sort of shake my head. Well, some of us can't do magic, and pull a torch out of my pack and try and light it there.
Okay, that's fine. You can light a torch. There's nothing stopping you, and you have light, which makes it not difficult. So, yeah, all three.
I also want to pocket 2 of the silver knives.
Alrighty. Note those in your inventory.
Oh yeah.
Well, I should say that this dinner was enlightening.
Oh my God, you're just gonna do this the whole time, aren't you?
You know it.
Perfect.
Frankly, I think it's your sword that is enlightening. I think that is how the light spell works. I am but a humble wizard.
Speaking of enlightening, Farron, enlighten us with what you're doing next.
Well, I suppose it sounds like we're not going to get out of here, so we should probably determine where we're going next.
Yep, as a note, the places you can go just based on what little you've seen, you know that there are stairs directly across from the entryway into the dining room. You can actually see them from where you're at because those double doors are still open. They descend down into, I think they go both up and down. Yeah, they go both up and down into darkness either way. There is the gigantic set of stairs at the north end of the foyer. And there's another set of double doors off the foyer that you have not tried yet.
Okay. So Farin, looking at the other two, is like, so we know that there's a couple different directions we can go. Should we go? Do you have a preference as to what direction we go?
Yeah, away from here. This is. I'm gonna look at Serl and Farron like with a little bit of fear, trying to keep it together, but we have something that he wants. I don't know why he thinks we have what he wants, or do I?
You do not. You know that Strahd is looking for something. So a few days before your trip to Castle Ravenloft, you all had your fortunes told by one Madame Ava, and the fifth card she pulled for you stated that one of you carried a weapon that is stronger than any other against the evil in this land. And I'm sure you were all slightly confused, as most of you have fairly ordinary arms and armor outside of the magic staff that Serl created for themselves. But that whatever that weapon is, it had one part missing, and it is somewhere in his lair. But as far as you all know, you have perfectly ordinary arms and armor, so you're not really sure what either Madame Ava's cards or Strahd think you have.
We've come here to...
Go ahead.
We've come here to find a killer, and we must not leave until our job is done.
Alrighty.
Okay.
It's like this could just be Phil runs a game of Ravenloft, and we all walk into the castle and immediately go, actually, no.
Actually, no, I don't think I would like to go to Castle Ravenloft. Well, podcast over. Good job, everybody.
We RSVP back to Strahd with a no.
No. Sorry, we'll go back to the town. They were friendly there, if weird.
Yeah,
I believe
normally threaten to kill us immediately. It's not immediate. It takes a while.
the Belmonts you're looking for were in the other castle.
Alrighty, Nick, what are you doing?
I guess I'm just gonna walk back over to the doors and just peek my head out into the hallway and just take a look at how everything looks now from the main foyer down towards the hallway with this by the suit of armor.
Yep. The most immediate change you notice is that it wasn't just the dining room. It appears that all of the pre-lit lights in the castle have gone out. The dragon statues in the foyer no longer have the guttering red flames in their mouths. There are no longer any torches weekly lit in the guest hallway that you're in. Everything appears to have gone out all at once. It is oppressively dark out here, apart from the torch, the three lights that you and your friends are carrying. Would you like to do anything else, or shall we move on to Chris?
Move on to Chris.
Alrighty, Chris, you're up.
So Farin is going to actually, instead of going out of the room, he stands from where he was sitting, leaving the food on the table, and he's going to wander over and, using the light of his sword, take a look at the organ, just to see if there's anything that was perhaps left behind, or if there's anything weird about it. I mean, outside of the fact that it's a giant organ.
It is a giant organ. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
15.
15. 15 is cool. What you notice is that, so you look down at you look at the pipe organ, and it is obviously a well-used pipe organ. It appears that the Count actually does play this in his, in his free time to entertain other dinner guests, perhaps. But what you notice is that one of the ivory keys on the far right of the keyboard is completely pristine. It has seemingly never been played.
I push it.
You push it. You push it, and the pipe organ, with a heavy groan, and you're able to get out of the way in time, slides forward and then a little bit to the side, revealing a hidden doorway behind it.
Intriguing.
Yep, so there is a hallway behind the pipe organ. You can look into it. You recognize it as... I guess you've seen it from the outside. It's an arched corridor leading to the south. You can see archers' slits in the north and west walls, although they've been bricked up at this time. And you notice in the in the middle of the room that you're facing, immediately behind the pipe organ, there's a tall, dark figure in a flowing cape floating in the middle of the room.
Well, that's not good.
And there are a number of mirrors on all the walls around. So you have enough time to say that's not good. Would you like to move any further into the creepy hallway? If not, it is Liz's turn.
Nope. gonna stay right here, not going in by myself. That's for sure.
All right, Liz, it's Serl's turn.
Okay. I would like to cast magic missile. The mirrors.
Okay, well, the good news for that is magic missile is always cast with advantage. So I'm assuming you're attempting to magic missile the creepy floating figure.
I would like to cast it so the creepy floating figure is in the middle of a bunch of mirrors.
Yeah, there's like so that's another thing about the end of the where the pipe organ is there are floor to ceiling mirrors all over that half of the dining room, like reflecting whoever is sitting at the pipe organ, and then there are also several at various places on the walls in the hallway behind the pipe organ.
Do they reflect the figure here?
They do, in fact, reflect the figure here.
Okay. So mirrors are just a thing that are around this place.
Yep.
Maybe we could have a conversation with it. Maybe it's a nice floating figure in a cloak.
Weren't you casting magic missile? Is that how wizards start conversations? Yeah.
Well, I'm getting up from the table. I see this figure. I am casting magic missile. So
Alrighty.
I cast it with advantage.
Yep.
That's an 18 plus 3.
Perfect. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, right. This does damage.
Yep.
That's the whole point.
That's the whole point of magic missile.
Wow, 1d4. That does not seem like much damage, but we're going to go for it. I rolled a 4.
Yep. So max damage, nice. Editorial comment, you will notice that damage numbers in general are a lot lower in Shadowdark, but so are hit points. It's kind of true to the flat math of older versions of Dungeons & Dragons and other D20-like games. That aside, so your magic missile streaks through the darkness, past Farron's head, hits the floating figure, which oddly enough swings and spins, and Farron, you now notice that it is suspended by black ropes that hang from the ceiling, and in fact the magic missile collides with it hard enough that the caped mannequin clatters to the ground and lies motionless in the middle of the hallway. You have killed a mannequin. Congrats.
Is this just like a poorly constructed haunted house? I mean...
A tiny +1 XP pops up over her head.
Ding!
Well, that seems like a waste of magic.
Well, luckily you can do that as many times as you want. Thanks, non-Vancian spellcasting.
I am going to pocket one of the silver knives on the table before I leave it.
Okay.
I saw Nick do it, and I'm like,
it's smart.
not a bad idea.
You know that silver generally is harmful to creatures of the night, so I would say go ahead, and I believe your inventory was full last I checked, so if you want to leave something out and put the silver knife in its place, feel free.
Yes, I will drop an oil flask. Not an oil flask. I have an empty flask.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I want to keep the oil.
It may have been an oil flask a few nights ago. Nick, what's up? What are you doing next?
I'm gonna run over because the sight of Serl casting magic missile at something made me think something was wrong, and seeing the now obliterated mannequin on the ground, Nanir is just holding back laughter as much as he can.
Who just keeps floating cloaked mannequins around?
Actually, you can answer that.
Stand a chance.
I was gonna say you can answer that question on your turn. It's Strahd von Zarovich. All right, are you doing anything else?
Yeah, I am going to just take a very slight step inside and scan this room, and see if there's anything out of place other than a bunch of freaking mirrors.
Yep. Just kind of the mirrors and the mannequins, really, which are weird, but the Serl has obliterated the biggest threat. All right.
Okay. Clarification: are there multiple mannequins or just this one?
Just the one.
Okay.
Farron, your turn.
So Farron's going to move into the room and comes and stands over the mannequin. kind of nudging it with his foot.
The mannequin remains a mannequin. It has a nice black cloak on it.
I'm taking the cloak and I'm putting it on.
All right. You have a cool black cloak. You immediately feel cooler.
Beautiful.
It does not appear to be magical, but it is very cool.
Hey, style points are still points.
Yep. Exactly.
Farin just kind of looks down at the now, I guess, decloaked mannequin and shakes his head and then looks down this hallway to the south and holds up his sword and begins walking in that direction just to about where the edge of the hall is right here. People who are listening can't see the map we're looking at, but there's a edge of a hallway where we cannot see in either direction. That's where Farron's going to stop.
Yep. So I'll go ahead and reveal that to you now. So to your west is what appears to be an archer's turret post. You can see arrow slits that look out over the courtyard that you came through to enter here. It is it is they are open and not bricked up, unlike the other ones. To the east is a long hallway that runs. Doesn't look like it's been used in a while. It's dusty and there's cobwebs, and there is a set of stairs at the end of it. Excuse me, Liz, what's up? What do you want to do now?
That went well. I have vanquished our first foe in the Castle Ravenloft. I will walk into this place. I probably don't have the movement to get any further than Farron.
Hey, you can. Movement's kind of loosey-goosey in this game.
Okay, I'm gonna be bold. Boldness is all. I will step into the corridor, look left and right, and just see if I can see anything of note. Sweep my staff to both sides and see if there's anything notable.
Sure. Give me an intelligence check.
17.
Okay. The hallway as it seems to be fairly undisturbed. You sweep your staff, and you mostly disturb dust and spiderwebs. Normal-sized spiderwebs, I should clarify.
Okay, yes, that is important. Not a well-traveled corridor. What would this be used for that no one has been here? I sort of scuff the dust with my foot.
Oh, yeah, you can actually... Yeah, with an intelligence check of that high, you can probably kind of put this together based on the mirrors you've seen. The count that was present in the dining room was likely not a magical illusion, an actual illusion of the man himself, using the mannequin and a number of mirrors to project it out into the dining room. He was likely never there.
Trickery. Of course, trickery.
What would you expect? Ninir, you're up.
So, since everyone is ahead of me, I'm going to follow right behind both of them still. I'm going to pick the mannequin up, though, and set it, like, right here at the corner.
Okay.
And then walk right behind. So it's standing up again as much as it can, or leaning against the wall.
Okay.
And just going to take a quick look around the corner and continue on.
Okay. You see the same thing I've described to these two. Empty turret to the west, empty hallway to the east with stairs at the end. The stairs at the end do, let me double check. They go both up and down.
I am going to just, as much as movement will allow me, at DM discretion, I'll just carefully, cautiously walk down the hallway.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you can probably make it down to the stairs. That's fine. Like I said, loosey-goosey. Okay, so you give me just a second here to just see if there's anything interesting about the stairs. There probably is. Okay, so the stairway here is it's a spiral staircase, much like the hallway, both up and down. It appears to be fairly dusty. You don't see any real footprints on these stairs, and looking back, you don't actually see any on the floor other than your own. Chris, what's up?
So Farron, having met the end of the walkway here, is going to follow behind Ninir down towards the end of the hall, and looking at the stairwell going up and down. He kind of turns slightly to Ninir and goes, "Dungeon or upwards?"
I will remind you that some of the cards that Madame Ava dealt you kind of give you a maybe a possible direction to travel. She mentioned that there is a symbol of great power in Castle Ravenloft, in a road that winds ever upwards. But then she also mentioned that a good sign for you, a weapon of power and strength, lay with a fallen prince of old, which sounds maybe lower to the ground than up. So, reasonable reason to suspect that maybe whatever you're seeking could be in either direction. Liz.
Well, my compatriots have gone towards the stairway. Did we look in this room on the other side?
Nobody really stopped to inspect the turret, no, but it did not seem, unless it's extremely well hidden and or invisible, there doesn't seem to be much of anything in there. Give me just 1 second here. Where are my dice?
I will step into the I will step into the doorway here and just give it a glance, just in case.
Okay.
So I don't want anything to come out behind us.
Fair enough. Okay, so you step through and you investigate that, and while you're all looking around in this hallway, there is there's kind of a weird groaning sound. And through the walls of the castle itself, a pair of wraiths materialize, and they float through the walls of this weird turret, and they kind of start floating towards you. Let me find where is my ghost token? So you are now confronted with a pair of angry, spooky-looking specters. Maybe they certainly don't look happy. They appear to be in pain and perhaps angry at the living. But it is not their turn. It is Nick's turn. Oh, actually, did you want to take an action? Sorry, all you've done is look.
Great. I had to turn the other way.
Mm-hmm.
At least they can't come up behind me.
It's true. They're very in front of you.
I will cast magic missile.
I think there's going to be a lot of that. All right, go ahead. Give me a spellcasting roll.
19.
Oh, that's real good. Yeah, give me your damage.
1.
One lonely
Wasted
damage.
the good roll.
Hey,
Wasted the good roll.
you blew the heck out of that mannequin. Okay, so yeah, but your magic missile magic does still work on the incorporeal, luckily for you. And your magic missile kind of sizzles and damages one of the specters, which howls in an unearthly voice. Ninir, what's your next?
Startled by all the commotion, I turn around and see Serl blast one of the wraiths as the other one stands there, or floats rather, groaning. And I'm gonna tap Farron and just hurriedly say, "Not mannequins, not mannequins," and then grab or draw my short sword and run to try and help Serl.
Okay. You can make it there, and if you want to try to attack one, go for it. Is your short sword magical?
It is magical.
Alrighty, yeah, get up in range with one of them and take a swing. The one that's the one that I've got that she's shot with a magic missile. So.
Okay, so that is 15.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. That is 5 + 1 for 6.
It'll actually just be the 5. Damage numbers are flat in Shadowdark. Oh wait, it's a magic one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it does take the 6 damage. Wow. It's kind of weird attacking what seems to be an incorporeal thing with your sword, but you're starting to get used to it in this really spooky kind of country you found yourself in. And yeah, your sword bites into this wraith, and it doesn't bleed, but it almost looks like you've dissipated it partly. As for it, so the first specter is going to attempt to. It honestly doesn't look like an attack. It actually just kind of reaches out and touches Ninir. Ninir does a 12 hit you.
Is same as D&D where has to beat AC at minimum.
That's correct.
12 does not hit. AC is 14.
Okay, so an 18 does?
You know it does.
Okay, yeah, I do know it does. Okay, so you are going to take 1 point of damage, and you are also going to lose 1 point of strength. As the first spectral touch, you kind of duck out of the way, but the second one makes contact, and the unearthly chill of the wraith just drains away some of your strength. You feel yourself diminishing.
Quick question for gameplay. So already my strength is at 9 and corresponds -1. So does that mean it would be an 8 or a -2?
It would drop to an 8.
Okay.
And the other one, if I can pick the right thing, is going to attempt to do the same to Serl. I'm going to guess a 2 doesn't hit you, even with your bad wizard AC. But does a 10 hit you?
Oh, me.
Yeah,
They're
you.
attacking me.
You, the wizard.
I don't like it. My AC is 10.
All right, you're going to take a little bit of damage then. You are also going to take 1 damage and 1 point of strength damage. So remove 1 from your strength and 1 from your health.
Oh, 1 from my health and 1 for... Okay.
And next up is Chris.
Indeed. So Farin, having been notified by Ninir that bad stuff is going on behind them, also heads off down the hallway to make sure that his companions don't get murdered by these wraiths. I'm guessing I can get to here-ish, maybe a little bit further.
Yeah, you can stand shoulder to hip with Serl.
Okay. So when Farron gets there, he reaches up and he touches. He actually, under his I don't know, shirt, armor, whatever he's wearing, probably a shirt, pulls out a holy symbol. It looks kind of weird because it's the symbol of Madeira. Mm-hmm. So it's not like he doesn't pull out a cross or anything, but as he holds it up, he looks at the 2 wraiths and he's just like, "Be gone!" and he casts Turn Undead.
Alrighty. All right. Let's see a spellcasting check then.
13, so that actually hits.
All right.
Well, it breaks the DC anyway.
It does. Yeah, that's all you need. So turn undead. Yeah, because it needed an 11 or higher. Rebuke undead creatures, force them to flee. You must present a holy symbol. They have to make a charisma check versus your spellcasting check. It was a 13, right?
Yep.
All right. So, I believe these things have a fairly lousy charisma. They do. They have a -1 to their charisma. So if I roll a 3 or less for either one of them, they are instantly destroyed. Otherwise, they will flee from you for 5 rounds. One of them will be fleeing from you, and one of them is outright destroyed. The one closest to you rolled a 1 -1 for 0. Boom! You instantly dissipate the closest wraith. With holy energy. It almost looks like it's thanking you as it vanishes, and then, in a flash, it's gone. With that, it is Serl's turn.
I cast Magic Missile!
Go ahead. Serl's favorite thing to do.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be a wizard casting Magic Missile. I have not cast Magic Missile.
You did not, even with advantage, you did not cast Magic Missile?
Oh, advantage! I didn't roll advantage. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, advantage. Yes, advantage is much better. That's a 22.
There you go. Yeah, I'm guessing your wizards always cast Magic Missile with advantage. I'm guessing so that the odds of you running out of something to do are fairly low. That does hit. Go ahead and give me some damage.
That what?
Another 1. I mean,
a 1.
You're ticking away at it. It's that It's looking a little more dead by the moment.
The evil in this place is powerful.
Nick, what's up? You're next.
How can it look more dead? It's already dead.
Re-dead. Deader? Re-deader.
So this is like I'll leave it up at your discretion. If it's trying to retreat away, has it turned around or is it just backing away from me?
It hasn't yet. On my turn, its only action will be to run away run as far away as it can from Farron.
Okay, I'm gonna just swing at it again with sword.
All right, take a swing.
Okay, that is gonna be 12.
That hits right on the money.
Oh, thank God. Okay. That is going to be another 5 + 1, 6.
Nice. That is exactly what you needed. You, just like the one before it dissipates, although not in a flash of holy energy like with Farron's turn. Your sword kind of shreds the unearthly essence of this wraith, and it vanishes from the mortal plane. And with that, you have saved Serl from wraiths. Good job, everyone.
We did it.
Try to look at everybody whole. Everyone okay?
Yeah.
Out of breath.
This is
two of you
not reassuring.
Two of you are feeling a little weaker than you were, but you're still good to carry on. I hope.
I was already.
Either that or you're going to turn around and leave. I'm not sure. Alrighty.
Is there anything? Oh wait, it's not my turn. Is it my? No, it's not my turn.
Not yet, but I mean, you can ask a question. That's fine.
No, carry on.
Okay, Chris.
Farron puts his hand on Nanir's shoulder and casts Cure Wounds.
All right, give me a spellcasting roll.
23.
Yeah, that'll do it. Go ahead and heal however many it says to heal.
Let's see here. D6. It's 1 plus half your level rounded down, so it'd be D6 plus 3. And I dropped the D6. Got another one on the table.
You're dropping.
So it's 2, so 5.
Okay, so Ninir is healed of his 1 point of damage. The strength drain remains, though.
Woohoo! Thank you, friends.
Every hit point counts. All right, Liz, your turn.
Do I see anything else in this room? Is it just
It is
nothing but ghosts?
It is not even ghosts anymore. Just the three of you. It's unnaturally quiet and still here. You can still hear the storm raging outside. It was already a heck of a thunderstorm on your way up to Ravenloft, and it just appears to have gotten more torrential while you were inside. But you don't detect anything moving alive or undead inside this room.
And they left. There's no body, no wispy ghost cloth.
Nope, just 2 evaporated ghosts.
Those were not. On we go, apparently. Be prepared for anything.
Alrighty.
I'll go down the hallway, however far I can go, towards the stairs where everyone was at earlier.
Yep. Seems like people were trying to decide between... If you guys want to move yourselves back up there, that's fine. It seems like you were trying to decide between up or down before Serl got attacked by ghosts. Nick, would you like to make a decision for the party? Because you're next.
Yeah. I am going to... Actually, what I was going to do before the wraith spawned was pull a coin out of my pocket, and I'm just going to look and say, one way up, one way down? Question mark?
Aye.
I love the sound of that. All right.
Let fate decide.
Okay. I'm just going to call it heads and tails because that'll be the easiest thing. So, heads up, tails down, and I am going to flip, and the flip is heads.
Alrighty.
Up we go.
But unfortunately, we're going to have to leave our listeners in suspense because that is the end of our first episode. When you get back, we'll be going to the next part of Castle Ravenloft. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Blizzard Watch is made possible due to the generous contributions at patreon.com/blizzardwatch. Your continued support means that this podcast lighting community is able to thrive and grow. Blizzard Watch supporters enjoy exclusive benefits like early access to the podcast, a better chance at having your question answered on our podcast with a queue, and an ads-free site experience. With that, folks, we'll see you next time.